something or other saying.
Can you read my shirt?
I can't. No, I see you pointing at something, but it's under the frame.
Oh, it's under the frame. Yeah, I know. I wore this shirt for the interview,
Oh, geez.
but uh, the camera does is not cooperating. It says PFKNR. You know what that means? It's
Uh,
PFKNR.
yeah, KNR. Fucking.
It's
I don't
Bad
know.
Bunny inspired. Bad Bunny inspired. Okay, so PR, you know
Yes.
those letters, right?
Oh, right there.
Okay.
Yes.
And then FKN, you know what that's
Fuck,
short for, right?
friggin, is the way that my
Friggin,
family. Yes,
friggin.
because
Very New York.
we're very delicate in my family. So
P friggin R.
P friggin R.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool. Uh, well, thank you for wearing this shirt. Thank you for showing us what the frame does not show. If it's
That's right. Because I won't be wearing it in the show because it doesn't, yeah. I'll have something nautical on.
something, yeah, it feels like a nautically themed show, given the title. Swimming
Yeah.
with well, actually, this swimming doesn't, but then I know that from the description. Well, you describe it. What's the show? What's Swimming with Lesbians about?
But even swimming has a look, a vibe. So right, it's on a ship. But I think that I could get away if it was just about swimming, I could still get away with the same look because I'm gonna probably have some blue and white, waves and foam, that sort of thing.
No, it feels like, I mean, once you get into swimming, you're there's an implication of blueness. Yeah, no matter what.
I want to be honest right now. I wonder if this is true for you. I can't swim. What about
I
you?
am maybe it's something to do with our neighborhoods, people from our neighborhood that we grew up in Washington Heights. Uh, we didn't really. I guess there was that public pool up in Inwood, I think, but
Well, we
no,
had one right by my place, a Highbridge pool.
Highbridge
I
pool.
never went. Yeah, I didn't even go on Amsterdam.
I don't. I
It's a little rough.
No, no. I was so friend. We were just in the very privileged side of Broadway, just over the Port Washington Avenue side. So
Oh, yes, we would go there for our our day trips. We'd walk up like 20 blocks to 185th was it for the Cloisters? Walk up to the
oh,
Cloisters
the
in
cloisters. That was
Manhattan.
I used to go there with my
Oh,
dad all the
fantastic.
time. Like
Hmm.
a castle that they had flown. They had flown from far away, and then my dad would always point out
We
how low the doorways were. That people were apparently shorter in those
Yeah,
days.
and little steps for their little feet. But I do want to also say that my show has nothing to do with swimming.
Your
Not
show
even
is
sure.
nothing. But there
No, it's just cruising. It's just on a
are
ship.
there lesbians? Is
Yes,
there any
yes, yes.
lesbian material? Because I don't want people to just come in and just like be disappointed.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
No, trigger warning. It's all lesbian characters.
Okay. I think you might have wanted to put that more explicitly in the title, but I think this could work for you. The subtle reference.
Well, there is something that I have to actually. I finished my other run of the other show, and now I'm just like bearing down on trying to spread the word for the festival in general and me in particular. And what I decided I should do is I should rewrite the blurb for my show in the festival material on the website because I do want people to know that my show it's a romp, but it's also a celebration of lesbian desire, because we get very short shrift. We don't get anything. We don't get movies, and so in this show, even though I just wanted it to be silly and a romp and dumb, I also wanted to bring up the horniness that you experience on a lesbian cruise.
Yeah.
And I don't know if people are, in context of the series, wonderful shows, but none of them are as sensuality focused as mine.
Well, you
I
haven't really
mean,
seen
people want to be
you
friggin'.
haven't seen my
They
new
want to be
show. You
friggin'.
haven't, you
Your
know.
show. Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's
Oh, all
always,
right.
there's always this, I'm told I exude sensuality just whatever I do, even when I'm talking about the driest subject matter. But
If the
there may
show
be
is,
there may be a delta between our sensuality levels.
uh, well, I think we need to have a sensuality off.
Okay, so I think that's something you and I need to discuss, and maybe for the
Yeah.
next year's festival to
Oh, for
have a
next year. Okay.
competitive sensuality
Yeah.
performance showdown.
Biggest turn on. Maybe have a little trophy for that. Like, they do at the marsh. It's like,
I just I kind of give up already because you're going to win, but still, it's nice to contemplate it. It's still cool. Yeah.
well, some people are completely like, they're done with sex after they see my show. Some lesbians
Is
I've heard.
and why is that, Marga? Is it because they feel like you have epitomized sex to the point that no experience that they'll ever have will match it?
I think they've been on the fence, and then they come to the show and that's it. It's like done. I'm done with sex. It's too silly.
There's some silliness to it. I've noticed
Yeah.
from time to time. You know,
I worked on this show with the great clown Sarah Toby Moore to work on the characters,
mm,
and and going back to that, Sarah or Toby and I both were influenced by the late Joan Mencken, one of our great clowns in the Bay Area,
mm,
passed away a few years ago,
yeah,
and
brilliant.
so it was really creating a physical, I mean, more physical than I have given to my characters, except when my parents are in the show. That's just easy to do because I grew
Yeah,
up with them.
sure.
But this is just like out of the blue, like these archetypes, like the captain of the ship who's just taken from tropes from all those sailing movies, and there's kind of a Love Boat influence. I have to again, I wrote this show before we were under a dictatorship and we
Oh,
were all watching ourselves being attacked and killed on the street. I did the show in I think it was 2023. 2023, yeah. It was a better,
wow.
it was a different time.
It's a world ago. It really is.
Uh-huh. Yeah, 2023, and I think 2024 it made its world premiere at the
Mhm.
La Mama in New York. And yeah, it was, you could be silly then. You could be, I mean, of course, there was bad stuff happening and, and we're finding out about it now, but, being kind of just, oh, everything's okay. So I'll just write this show about a ship and it'll just be for fun. That's the point of my show. It's for fun. I do have people who are of all gender expressions that come to see it and they enjoy it because it's just a little cute little clown lesbian sexy piece.
Yes, yeah, and that also you are a genius, and that is that a genius performer, comedian, mime, impersonator of people. You have so many tools. It's like crazy. I just go on, like when I talk, like you've seen me, like I go on and say, oh, hi, I'm me. And hello. And even when I'm other people, I'm sort of like the same. Yeah. So like that. And then you go on and you like become all of these characters. And it's very cool. I think it's really great for the audience. Magic.
You do a smattering of characters.
I do.
And then you're
I,
you're Ben Franklin.
That's true, which I will be doing at this festival. That's one of the two shows I'll be doing, Ben Franklin Unplugged. But
Uh-huh.
actually, it's a show a lot about my inability to do a show about Ben Franklin, even though I I look like him. There's more to it than that, but it's kind of based on that. When I first started working on that show, I was just wanted with David Dower, with my collaborator. I just wanted to. I told him I wanted to do a show where I impersonated Ben Frank. Because those are really successful. People are like, "Oh, hi, I'm
Mark Twain, Hal
Mark Twain.
Holbrook.
I'm Hal." Yeah, that worked.
That was that was his
That,
third act. That was
that was a
his,
thing for him. I mean, it was Deep
that's the
Throat, and then
moneymaker.
and then that. And the thing is, like, I can't really. I couldn't do like Abe Lincoln because it just physically the resemblance wasn't quite as striking. But Franklin was there, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I had to be me talking about Ben Franklin, but
I
it still
think
turned
you
out to be
need
a
to
lot of fun.
be Abe Lincoln, and I want to be Mary. And we should just do sort of an underground, illegal run of Oh Mary, you and me.
I'm in. I'm in. I think any producer watching this is salivating. If they weren't
Uh-huh.
salivating already because they have a condition, I think they're salivating now because this needs to happen. And then it could be followed by a sensual off after every performance. You and I could do a sensual off.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I
So,
owe
but
that to you.
yeah, but that's really in the future. Really, right now we're talking about swimming
Right.
with lesbians and the One for All festival, and we need fun. We need fun because I mean, we're drowning right now. Like we're really things are so horrible in so many ways. I mean, I'm very hopeful that the side of love will win eventually, but it's like it's
Like Bad
just
Bunny
so
said. Yeah,
hard. It's
yeah.
so hard. And we need the levity. We need the levity. And besides just everything that you do, it has a lot of depth to it. It has a lot of depth and richness, and there's a sharpness, that it's so it's not I don't think people need to worry about a lack of substance.
I actually was because I'm going, to be honest, I mean, I've been focusing, I won't even say the name of the other show, but I've been working on I that was my 15th one person show, and Swimming with Lesbians was my 14th. And but this 15th I've been immersed in developing it and performing it since 2024.
Mm.
So it's kind of almost 2 years. So I just had my last show for this time at the Marsh yesterday. So now I woke up and I thought, oh, I'm going on a cruise ship. What will I wear? Um, and then I knew that I was going to be talking to you and that we might be using some of this to let people know about Swimming with Lesbians. And then I thought, oh, is it completely escapist and silly and raunchy? Is it? And then I thought, no, it is something personal, even though I never play myself in this show.
Mm.
I play myself as a character, but it is focused on the main character, Prue Perez, who is the entertainment coordinator of the ship. I don't remember the terms I use in the play, but she is someone who's like tries to tries to give off captain of the ship, but she's very meek. She's very meek and up to
Yeah.
authority. And
Mhm.
then she's put to a test because her old boarding school bully has booked passage on the ship. And Prue Perez just she just kowtows to everyone really as much as she tries to present a
Mm.
different front. So this show is really a personal struggle I have had with being meek and trying to find assertiveness and my power because I've always sort of been an introvert
Mhm.
and not as strong as people think I am.
But
Yeah.
well, it's because your performing personae are so strong. They're so
Yes.
strong and so bold that people can assume that the person creating this is also feeling that way. But it makes sense to me that underneath it is, and I've known you for a long time, that you're an incredibly sensitive person, and so the idea of being a captain, being in charge, and putting on those, it's in a way sort of what we do when we do our shows, saying, well, I'm gonna steer you. I'm gonna really fuck up this metaphor, so I'm gonna stop right now. But I was something about being the captain of our own storytelling ship, and that was where I was going. I know they're gonna cut this out, so I'm very grateful for that. But it also is
I hope
like,
they don't cut out my Meek stuff because that was my one poignant, my redemption in the festival. No, no, yeah, she's obsessed with sex, but she's meek.
yeah.
Maybe
I
that
don't
they
know.
could just do that one little clip.
I find that a very appealing description of a person. Just in general, I'm just like, I'm there, obsessed with sex, but meek. Yeah.
Can you see? I know that your background is very exciting with all the books that you probably have read, but you see
Oh,
right
I actually wrote them all. Many times in translation.
do you see right behind me in front of the screen? I've put up to hide my dishes. Is see what
A
that
hula?
is?
Is that a
A
hula
hula
hoop?
a hula hoop.
Now that takes me back. Have you been? Is hula hooping part of your preparation for this show? Is it part of the show, or is it just sitting behind you?
Right now, and the last few weeks it's been sitting behind me, but I got it uh, just before 2026, and that's my New Year's resolution to be able to hula hoop.
How's
Uh,
it? How's it working out?
so depressing. It's so
Yeah.
I'm never as depressed as when I've spent 15 minutes trying to hula hoop. I think
I
there's something
wasn't
wrong.
apparently one's hips are supposed to be able to move independently of one's other parts, and that's the thing that I don't get. It's like when I
Yeah,
move my hips, everything moves at the same. So it's not good for hulaing, in my personal
that's going to
experience.
be helpful for something.
No, well, yeah, it's
Maybe the luge you would be, that's good to have just
I
sort of
think
a
I'm kind of bullet shaped.
evenness.
It could be sort of aerodynamic. Yeah, I think
Uh-huh.
you've opened up a possibility of me joining the senior luge circuit, which had not been there before this conversation.
They might be sending us out to like an ice piece of ice to float away and trying to get rid of us in a new regime. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's yeah, we'll be on flows, little flows, and uh penguins being a well-dressed audience. I don't know how to go where to go with that, but
I don't
it
know
seems
if
both
that ever
depressing and also
happened.
freeing to be set adrift.
I saw a movie about a white person who went, I think, to Alaska or some sort of indigenous community, and then they were like, they were learning like their strange ways, and then I remember, I mean, even as a child, I don't remember a lot. I mean, well, whatever I remember has been in one of my 15 solo shows. But
Yes.
besides that, it's just like we're seeing this movie where the elders were put out on a block of ice and waved bye bye and they floated away. And I don't know if that's true, but in the movie it was like, yeah, that's what we do. And they floated away. And I remembered
I'm
that.
pretty sure that's what we
And I
Jews
thought, well, I
do.
guess
We do that, and we put the our elders on blocks of ice that gently float towards Florida. Uh,
towards Florida,
yeah,
they
yeah.
won't make it. The ice will melt.
Now you're telling us.
Oh my God. So, oh, I want to thank you. I sometimes, you know, mention you, give you a little shout out in my social media, but I don't think you are like me and look for your name everywhere. But I do want to thank you because if it wasn't for you, I would never have written uh, a solo show. I'd just be a stand up comedian, maybe have several Netflix specials by now. But because of you, I went into the solo theater genre, which is I really am so grateful, and it's because we both met in stand up comedy. You
And
had
you were
just come,
yeah, you were one of the first people I met in the Bay Area.
yeah, yeah.
and hired me for my first professional gig as a
that's right.
performer.
I think it was in Noe Valley, right? I put you
In
in
Noe,
the
maybe at the Noe Valley Ministry, and I was the token male
and
for
the show
help.
was Our Comedy Ourselves, which was very funny back then for people who knew the book Our Body Ourselves. And
Yes.
I also want to apologize because I think I just had the audacity to tell you, Josh, I don't think people like you when you talk about your penis.
Yeah. No, well, I'd heard that on my wedding night, and then after that, it's really not been so difficult. Just once I absorbed it at that moment.
But I
Yeah.
talk about your penis on stage all the time.
Well, the thing is, you have to use the most colorful material,
Correct,
and
correct.
yeah, otherwise you're depriving yourself and you're depriving the audience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, so then you connected me with the Marsh and David Ford and that was that.
Well, it was just so obvious to me because like that you had all these tools and that I mean, stand up is great and your stand up is incredible. It's exhilarating, but there's also what you do. It's different doing these solo shows, these monologues, they're plays, and they have a different vibe to them and a different sort of depth and the attention that the audience has to pay, is greater, I think. And I don't know. I find it just a very privileged place to be.
Yeah. Do you ever find after how many have solo shows have you done? Probably about the same as me, right?
Not as many as you know. I don't know,
Oh,
maybe
but
eight or nine, maybe 9 or 10.
as soon as I asked you that question, I regretted it because it sounded like I was no. I mean, I just you know numbers don't matter. Numbers don't. I mean, because okay, I'll tell you the truth. I've
Mm.
done 15 solo shows, but really half of them, like I don't know, And I also, I guess we call it cannibalize. Previous works, and I put that in the other show. So really, I think it comes out to about eight or nine. I just used
Okay.
15 for the press release, and I hope that you'll understand that you should still come see me. But yeah, it's technically
I'm
15,
glad.
but
I'm glad you explained that. I think a lot of people are going to be on the fence about whether you have 15 shows and whether that means that they should see this one, whether it's one of 8 or one of 15. But no matter how you slice it, it's going to be great.
we've been doing it a long, long time. That's
It's a
that's
long
the
time.
yeah, yeah.
It's been a while that we've been doing it.
And I've
And we're still
never
doing it.
what?
And we're still doing it.
We're still doing it. And people say that. Oh, I remember the question. I was saying, yeah, people still go, you're still doing it. And it's just, I don't know. For me, I take a lot of things that are meant, as a compliment, as an
Yeah.
insult.
Yeah,
Like you're
sure.
still doing it. Like, shouldn't you be in a rocking chair now with a blanket, elder?
Yeah.
It's like, well, what am I, I,
Yeah.
I didn't get royalties or anything on anything. So yeah, you have to keep doing them.
Yeah,
But
I have no retirement plan. Like
no retirement.
there's nothing there's nothing for me to sort of kick back and enjoy in my senior years. I have to. Besides, I love it, and you love it too, right? I mean, isn't it? It's
That's what
great.
I was also going to add. I love doing it. Although I do think I've always felt that whenever I finished a solo show, I had another one percolating. And now
Mhm.
that I finished this last one, I think I don't have the need to write another solo show, but I want to play around with the shows that I have. I
Yeah.
want to maybe adapt them for a couple of characters,
Hmm.
or I want to have other people perform my shows. I think that would be fun to see.
Oh
You see
yeah.
like a little Josh, a little Marga doing our shows.
No, I actually sometimes I'll hear from. I mean, rarely, but sometimes I'll hear from like a high school student or a middle school student says, "Well, I took a monologue from Red Diaper Baby and I used it in my like speech competition." And I was just
Oh,
like, some little kid, in Cleveland Heights, and then it's like being Josh with his naked communist father, and it's like, wow, cool, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to, because I haven't published any of my stuff, so I would like to make that available so that, you know, legacy sort of thing. Yeah, so that younger people do the show with me. This last show that I did, uh,
Spanish Stew. It's called Spanish Stew. It's called Spanish Stew. I don't care who knows it. That's Marga's latest show.
what I'm doing, swimming with lesbians, and that's it's going to be the first time I've ever done one of my one-person shows in Marin. So that's kind of special.
Oh yeah, I think Marin has been sadly lacking in Marga Gomez-ness for well forever, basically. I think it's safe to say.
So I finished what I was going to say about Spanish Stew is
Yeah.
that I thought, this is a play about framed in 2026 and what we're going through. And then I do this escapist thing where I take the audience back to to my first days in San Francisco in 1976. 20 years old, didn't know what I was going to do with my life, and wound up working in a hippie cafe. And I thought, this might be cool because I love two-handers. I think that's what they're called. No, I don't know. Two people, right? Doing
Again,
one.
referring again to my wedding night, but yes, that is the correct thing.
See, oh, good, Josh. More penis.
Yeah.
And so I would just think, wow, that would be really fun. I've always wanted to do this, a show where maybe one person plays the main character, and then the other actor just does the other characters that come into their life.
Sure.
I think that would be that sure that you just did. That was a sure of someone who is not sure. You went,
No,
sure. Oh,
no,
okay.
I was no, it was a sure of someone who was thinking, wait a second, is that a two-hander or is it like a multi-hander if it's several people being played by one person? And that's what the sure was, my old copy
Oh,
editing self going, not sure we can go with the two-hander thing. Let it go, Josh. Just let it go. It's not important. You're in a conversation with the great Marga Gomez. Don't be thinking about such silly, trivial things. That's what that look was.
thank you for explaining it. I totally, again, I appreciate your
I
mind.
can see
That
where
was.
you could have seen what you saw or thought you saw, but yeah, I
I'm
am
going
sure.
without googling it because we don't have time for that.
No,
I will Google it later, but I'm pretty sure that a two-hander just means two characters doing whatever the hell they do.
two
Like it
characters.
doesn't. It's not no, two actors.
Oh, two actors. Okay.
Oh, I see the yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
no.
See. Yeah. 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 No. And I think
I
that's
read
right.
the I
I've
read the
always been
trade.
intimidated. I've always been intimidated by. Sorry to interrupt you, but I just was talking and then I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, no, I'm intimidated by the idea of a people. First of all, it's one of those terms that like I didn't know upstage and like I've been doing monologues for in the theater for a while, but upstage and downstage, two-hander, these are terms that I actually was not familiar with and did not like upstage. Wouldn't know, and you should know if you're in the theater when a director or someone says, "Oh, move a little upstage." You should know what direction that is. But it took me about 15 years to,
Oh,
even now, I'm thinking, okay, so the stage is rigged. So when it says up, you're actually going backwards and stuff. And a two-hander, it just feels like so intimidating to me because I've only done monologues. I've only been a one-hander, Marga. My whole life, I've been a one-hander.
I'm editing. I'm censoring myself right
No,
now.
I think
I do think that yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to be like in an asshole way, you
mm-hmm.
could think down downstage with the little people, down to
Oh,
them,
oh, that would never, no, no,
up up
unless
to
it
the
is an
dressing
audience of
room
little
for the
people. Yeah,
drugs.
yeah, yeah. No,
Now,
I'm sure there's mnemonics. Yeah.
the theater in that we're playing the Shakespeare Festival, the Marin Shakespeare Festival Theater,
The Marin
right?
Shakespeare Company. Yes.
Shit. Okay, the Marin Shakespeare Do a lot of people mix that up? Marin
Oh,
Shakespeare Company. What did I call it?
Shakespeare himself uh, mixed it up a number of times, and
I
Shakespeare would frequently leave out the Marin part, which was
Oh yeah,
especially
and then
irritating.
he would go downstage when he was supposed to go upstage.
And you say,
But
you know,
this
the guy, he can write up a storm, but man, he doesn't know where the fuck to move on the stage, you know?
does not
And
know.
everyone has
Okay,
their strengths and weaknesses. He was the greatest
yeah,
American, the greatest English writer, but maybe not so good with direction.
not good. The Marin Shakespeare Company.
Company, yeah.
It is that theater is three quarters. Do you know what that means, Josh?
Yes, because I went to the Bronx High School of Science, Marga, and I know what three quarters is. It's three fourths.
Also, if there's math, then you can do it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Now,
I'm illustrating. I'm illustrating without independently moving my hips, which is, you know, I cannot do.
you're
But
also doing a new dance. It's a bit like the robot of the 70s,
it
but
is. I'm bringing it
theatrical.
back. I'm bringing
Yeah,
it back. Yeah, I'm bringing it back. I did so well with the Frug, but
can
any
you see I'm doing it too? I'm doing it too.
okay. Well, we can have a dance off as part of our
Yes,
a
yes.
slate of competitive events that we'll be engaging in. But wait, you're talking about three quarter. Okay, so what that means is
Oh,
that
yeah. So
the audience
it's
is in
going
front of you. It's also on the side of you, and it's on the other side of
to,
you. It is not just
that's
in front
right.
of
And
you.
they all want to see your face. They all want to see your face,
Yeah,
not just the profile.
yeah.
So I actually, the last time I played a three-quarter stage was at the dearly departed Aurora Theater. And it's not
Mm.
my fault they closed. Not my fault they closed, but I
You
did.
were the last. You're the last performer.
I was the
Yes.
last scene. I was the
I
last
say that because I'm so
scene.
relieved. I have closed so many theaters myself, like theaters that have gone out of business right after I performed there. It has happened many
Uh-huh.
times, and I'm just happy that this time I wasn't there.
Okay, but so it's really important. It's really important that people buy tickets to see the shows, the sliding scale tickets
The
to
sliding
see
scale is, as
the
you
one
said,
for all.
Shakespeareanly. You said pay as you like it.
As you like it, pay as you. I mean, this is unbelievable. You know, when I think
All
of Marin,
tickets.
everything's expensive, but it could be if you want it to be. But if you like it to be not expensive, it could be that. But
And it is.
it's important that people, I mean, just for their own enjoyment, pleasure, and intellectual stimulation, and perhaps sexual stimulation, go to this festival and support the Marin Shakespeare Company so that nobody blames you or me for messing up another theater.
Right. And also, this is, I happen to know that an incredibly strong season that this is the opening event of the One for All Festival. And so I feel very confident in saying we will not close the theater. I feel confident in saying that the theater, no matter what we do, you
I
and
don't think
I and our fellow performers, the
you
theater
should.
will continue. The theater will abide.
Too secure, too secure, too
Too
secure. I
secure.
think we have a
What was
little
I
bit
thinking? Wait, I'm knocking. I'm knocking
anxiety
wood.
that people should worry. No, don't count on anything. It's up to you who's watching this right now to support, do something. You just can't count. Nothing is guaranteed in 2026 in this crazy world. You know what
Nothing
I mean?
is guaranteed, but pretty close to guaranteed is that if you go see Marga Gomez and Swimming with Lesbians, you're going to have a fabulous time and feel better about life. So
And
there's that.
I will give face. I will give
And
face
you
to.
will see her face. She will not, if you're over on this side or this side, she will look over there at some point, and
Well,
don't feel, you won't feel neglected.
I'm going to ask John Tracy
Yes,
if
the artistic director.
my set piece, I could get a large lazy Susan that would
Mm-hmm.
just rotate so that I
Yeah.
don't have to exercise too much.
Well, you know, I'm sure late because the Lazy Susan, as far as I know, it's specified in almost every Shakespeare play that it have a Lazy Susan, King Lear. I'm just thinking it's the only play I can think of right now. Julius Caesar, but they all have to have a lazy Susan. It was just one of Shakespeare, almost like a quirk. So
It's a good
lazy
thing you didn't
Susan
say. It's a
won't
good
be a
thing you didn't
problem.
say the. Good thing you didn't say the Danish play. Wait, is that what it is? Scottish
You know,
play.
it's a
Good thing you didn't
Scottish
say the
play.
Scottish
I
play.
think if you say the Danish play instead of saying Hamlet, you're actually like you're jinxing yourself by
Buddha.
saying the Danish play.
When
I don't know.
Shakespeare wrote Buddha, I don't
We
know.
don't
That's
know. There's no. I heard someone. I told someone I'm doing
don't
this
say it.
festival.
Don't say it. Don't say it. The Scottish play. Don't say the name because
It's
we'll be
burning.
blamed again. We'll be blamed.
And isn't it always us, the monologuists who come from the Washington Heights neighborhood, who get
That's right.
blamed for pretty much everything that goes wrong in this
Yes.
world?
Yeah.
And to a large extent, it's true and justified. But in this case, I think I don't even remember what I started saying at the beginning of that sentence. So yeah, cool, excellent. Three quarters, lazy Susan. Uh, lazy Susan, you're going to take in all the three sides. People should come and see Marga Gomez and see me and see everyone else because it's really pretty amazing festival
And
presentation, I think.
it's not just performances. It's interactive festival. People can take workshops, right?
Oh, right. Thank you, Margaret. Yes, I am doing storytelling workshops where you bring in your own story, and we'll share our stories with each other. And I'm going to do that over all 3 weekends. And plus, there's coffee involved. We're going to have coffee and
And but those
storytelling.
are in the morning, right?
They're at 11. I know. I realize that's a little bit break of dawn for people such as
Boy,
ourselves. But yeah,
I could really dig going to your 11 p.m. storytelling workshop.
yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm leaving that slot open in case I'm doing a sensual off. That's it's that's where the 11 p.m. hour is more for the sensuality,
Oh,
whereas 11 a.m. more for the coffee and the stories. But I
yeah.
could see
Okay.
flipping it. I mean, it's all an experiment.
Mhm. Well, I'm excited to see as many people who are performing after 12 noon and to be
Pretty much
part of it.
everyone except me, or it's very no. Anyhow, there'll be a lot of stuff at all
Sure,
hours.
sure, sure,
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
yeah. Cool. Well, excellent. It's
All
going to
right.
be really fun.
If you have anything else you want to bring up, you know where to find me right here in this chair by the hula hoop.
Yeah, I think the key is just persistence with hulaing. Um, I'm making that up. I really have never known what the key is to success with hula
I
hooping.
believe
But I had a
you're.
hula hoop. I had a hula as a child. I had a hula hoop.
I gave it like 5 times. I tried it 5 times. But the thing is, I
Is that
pulled
like
it
five rotations
out.
in one in
no,
one
no,
one
no.
experience?
There was one time when it went around 3 times, and I thought, oh my God, this is it. And then I just thought, no, I can't do anything like this. I can't swim, can't drive. I can just walk and talk. So thank God there is theater. But I pulled it out. And so I want you to know, who knows? Maybe on March 15th, I will have hula hoop in the show at the Marin
Uh,
Shakespeare Company. And I'll hula hoop this way, I'll hula hoop this way, and I'll hula hoop this way.
you can't just hula hoop to the one of the three quarters. You got to hula hoop to all three of the three quarters. They
Round
say.
and round I go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, that's certainly something that we can all be on tenterhooks about. Will Marga incorporate the hula hoop into her show, Swimming with Lesbians? Will there be
Yeah.
a lazy Susan? And wouldn't that make it a little easier to use the hula hoop? These are questions that can only be answered by getting your tickets.
All right. I just had this idea.
Yeah.
It's not going to be another show, but it takes place on a cruise ship. There may or may not be a shipwreck. And if there was a life preserver, it could be a hula hoop. Please buy a ticket anyways. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually really better thought out than it might come across here. It's
Yes,
yeah.
yes. This is just me and Josh just bouncing ideas. That's
Yeah,
what it's
we're
like.
just
Start off
yeah. We're
with
just
an
we're
anemic
yeah, we're
extrovert. Oh,
what?
go ahead. Sorry.
No,
I
I
tried to
couldn't hear
start
you
off
because
with
we're both talking
anemic.
at the same time.
Ah! Okay, we got to stop. This has to end.
It's just it's too much. Too much.
I'm gonna miss
Lovely
this
and
talk though. Yeah,
I will see what?
I'm gonna
What you
miss this talk.
Oh, I thought you said I'm gonna miss this taco. Like if I keep talking to you, someone's going by with a taco, and then you were gonna miss it. And I was like, don't miss your taco. But I'm partly deaf.
Can I tell you something that
Yes,
happened yesterday?
yes.
Someone uh, she came up to me after the show, and I was still sort of, my head was all in chaos. I got to collect my props and get myself out here. And she came up to me, and I thought she said, "I believe in you." And I said, "Oh, thanks." And then I hugged her again. Then she goes, "I have to go," is what she said. Yeah, it gets
so
better.
easy, so easy to confuse those two terms.
You believe in me? No, get off me. Get off me
I believe in you really urgently, Marga.
right now.
Yeah, right now I believe in you. Well, I believe in you too.
What? You have to go?
No, I just actually believe in you. I went earlier. I'm
Uh,
sure I'll go again. And then don't worry.
I
I think
like how
I'm
people say same.
same.
Yeah, same. I feel the same way.
Okay, cool. Excellent. This is a wonderful way to leave it. I really don't see anything that you could edit out of this interview, but it'll really be up to the folks at the Marin Shakespeare.
Yeah, it's good luck.
See ya. Thanks.
Bye.